Hello everyone and welcome to Counselor Feature Friday. I'm your host, Brian Urban. In these features we hope to give you some simple tips, tidbits, and tricks to make your days easier and your patients happier. In this feature we're going to talk about repair forms, a very simple feature built into Counselor for creating your repair forms. So we'll start here within a patient profile and then select the Devices tab. So you can see this patient here has two devices. I'm going to go ahead right away and click on Repair Form. From here, of course, there are several areas that are auto-filled, although you can make changes as needed. For example, they want to change the shipping from standard to rush. Of course, I'd pick the repair location. In this case, these are Widex devices. By the way, you control this list of repair locations and all the details that go along with it. So I'll show you how that's done after I show you how we create the repair form. But you see here, once I selected Widex, it enters a phone number. I can link to their site. I can enter the repair date, of course. I can also note if I want them to call with an estimate, as well as whether I wish to save a repair form in the patient docs. Now, typically, you're going to leave this one checked. And once again, I'll show you later how you can map this to a specific place within the patient docs. Okay, so that's all set pretty fast. Let's go to the Device 1 tab. This is where I can select which device I want to add first out for repair. So I'll pick the right one. Now, Counselor knows right away that this device is under warranty because, of course, the warranty dates are entered into Counselor. If it was not in warranty, then you could, of course, choose a different option. Okay, but we'll just stick with this one being in warranty. Then we can choose what our concerns are. Okay, I should mention beyond just repairs, of course, you have the opportunity for modifications, and this also can be used for remakes, right? So this is really we call it repair, but it's a repair/remake feature. You select what you need here, what's relevant. You can add any additional notes, both within the repair reasons, within the modifications, right? And then also just general notes if there's something you want to put in. Now, by default, it will set this device as out for repair once you create this form. But if this is in fact a remake, you could change that. Okay, so by and large, the vast majority of times you're going to be leaving this as repair, but you can change it as needed. Then you can move on. So if there's an additional device, and by the way, you can mix things up. So if you've got one hearing aid and one remote control, that's perfectly fine. You'll see them on your device list. In this case, the patient only had two hearing instruments, so that's why that's the only thing we're seeing on the list. Let's go ahead and say we're sending both in. Once again, let's say it's noisy and it fades. Okay, I'm going to go ahead then and click Create Repair Form. That's going to generate the PDF that will have all your particular information. So once again, this will have your logo, your information. It'll have all this information pre-filled, patient info, shipping, etc. It'll fill in your billing and ship to numbers. And like I said, I'll show you in just a moment how those are populated. And then, of course, it has the specific information on each device. Now, sometimes people look at this and they say, there should be a lot more. Well, what this does, it focuses in on the specific details that are needed to repair this device. There's no need to show 50 checkboxes, right? It's all summarized here. So now that we have the PDF, you would go ahead and you'd print this off. Okay, depending on your browser, there may be slightly different ways of doing this, but you'd print it, put it in with the box with the devices, and send those off. Okay, just by going through this process, though, Counselor has created the repair form, and it's made it available in two places. First off, if I click into the device here and I scroll to the bottom, I can see that now there is a repair form right there. If I click on that, it can open up the PDF and show me what we just created. Okay, so same document we just saw. It also is available from within the patient's documents section. That's going to be where you map it to, right? So like I said, I'll show you in a moment how that's done, but within the repair form, or I'm sorry, repair remake forms folder, I can bring it open and see the form that we just created a moment ago. Okay, so that's the process for creating the repair form within the patient profile. Let's look briefly at sort of the administration of this process. So we're going to click Add on Administration and then select Repair Locations under Patient Setup. Here we can see a list of repair locations. Now this, of course, could include remake labs, all make labs, those types of things as well. So you create this list. And you can modify it if you want to update things. You can, take a look at the site link, but ultimately we can just go in here. Let's go ahead and look at Oticon. the information's in place, and then this is something that you kind of custom map. We give a recommendation for that, but you can do however you wish. And then from there, you can say, okay, what are my bill to and ship to account numbers? And if you need to add additional notes in there for some reason, you certainly can. You're not limited just to the numbers. You can put an additional kind of designator with that if you wish. But once again, this is fully customized for you and your clinics. Once you make any changes, you click Save. That's locked in. And then the next time you create a repair form, you'll see that information auto-populate. So this concludes the overview of the repair form creation process and administration. Please let us know if you have any questions. We're always happy to help. Give us a call, live chat us, email us. Please let us know if we can assist in any way. So thank you very much for joining us for today's Feature Friday. And as always, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.